And we are here at Lowe's showing you the latest Christmas gift zone for 2025, including all of the Black Friday stocking stuffers. Now these here are all of your low-cost Christmas gifts that you want to buy your tool lover, and maybe you don't have enough money to buy them any fancy tools, but you can certainly buy them stocking stuffers like these, folks. Or maybe you want to buy them something to put it in. And so this video here, we are just covering the stocking stuffers. If you want to know where all of these buy one get one free tool deals are, I already covered this on the other Lowe's video 2 weeks ago. So I'll put a link to that down in the video description below, so you can go see all of the buy one get one free tool deals from DeWalt and Craftsman and Kobalt and all the other great Lowe's brands. And wherever I can, I'll also put them on the View Products button on the lower left of your screen or wherever it shows up. And just as a disclosure, we get a commission if you buy any tools through any of our links. So we thank you so much for supporting our channel in that manner. Here's a great one to get here. If you have a dark garage and you want to add some more light in there, look at this, a 4-foot LED linkable shop light. That means you can connect one to the next. 4,000 Kelvin, so it should be nice and white. And this limited time deal is $19.98. And here's a new deal that Lowe's just rolled out this week. So look at this. This is valid from November 6th until the 26th. So pretty much you want to get this one done before Thanksgiving. So this is the Craftsman 67.5 inch. This is their 9 drawer, and this looks like it has the patriotic themed decals on the front of it. But look at that, man. $6.99, save $300. So this is down from $9.99. So I'll put a link to this one down below in the video description, and we'll also try to get it to show up on the View Products button over here off to your left-hand side, so you can see if it's available in your store or if you can order it. So another deal that just came in this week, it just started on the 6th, and this is good until New Year's Eve. It runs until the end of the year. So, okay, yeah. So what you're looking at is there's two pieces here. The 219 you see is the bottom piece. This is Kobalt's rolling 4-drawer piece right here, and then the upper one is the 4-drawer stool, and then the upper piece here is the 4-drawer steel tool chest. And so the bottom one here is $219 from $299, and the upper one is $179 down from $249. So if you buy both of these together, you'll save $150 total. And don't forget, they got these deals here on these colorful Kobalt 4-drawer tool carts. So these are 34 inches by 17 inches, and you got, storage up top here too. You got drawers on them. The thing rolls, and you can't believe that deal, man. $119 down to from $169. Now some of these here say $199, like this green one here. And I wonder if the blue one could be had for the same price. So you can talk to the manager when you get up to the register there, see are they really the same price, or is this just maybe an older tag or something? Here's an interesting one that people always forget about on job sites. People need to have their music, right? So here you got the 17-inch portable sound bar, and this is $29.99. And usually every year at Lowe's at Christmas time in the gift zone, we can always expect to find incredible hand tool deals like this right here. This is the Craftsman 5-piece screwdriver set, and I can tell you folks, if you know anybody that works with a lot of tools, you can never have too many screwdrivers floating around in your many different toolboxes. So to get this deal here for $10.98 was $15.98. This is the time you want to come in these weeks leading up to Black Friday and score something like this. They've also got the 3-pack of the measuring tape. So look, this is down to $17.98 from $24.98, and it comes with a 12-footer, a 16-footer, and a 25-footer. Now those of you who do any kind of woodworking, or especially working with kitchen cabinets, these are the type of clamps you want to get. These are the Jurgensens, and they have an incredible amount of strength and clamping power. So for example, look at this. Where's the 6-inch one? I'm assuming this is the 6-inch, yeah. So even this little 6-inch one, don't be fooled by its size, but because of its materials, it's all metal, right? Yeah. This little 6-inch bar clamp has 600 pounds of pressure. Now, even some of the bigger plastic ones that you might see that are less expensive, those only handle maybe 100 pounds. But when you're trying to squeeze two cabinets together, man, you want these because they will provide the maximum clamping pressure to keep those cabinets from sliding when you start to screw in the screw. Yeah, because a big problem with cabinets is they'll start to, like, if you have them side by side like this, they'll do that when you try to screw them together. And so these kinds of clamps keep them nice and tight together so that they won't separate when you're screwing them together. So that one was $9.98, and you can get the 36-inch one right here. This one is a nice deal right here at $17.98, down from $27.98. Down at the bottom here, we have the 12-inch version of the Jurgensen clamp. And by the way, all of these do 600 pounds. $11.98, down from $19.98. Now, I have a couple of these Kleins at home. I'm inclined to use a lot of the Klein tools. They make some really good, useful electric tools. This right here is a GFCI receptacle tester. This will test any outlet, but what's good about this too is if you plug it into a GFCI outlet, you can now test it with the test button, and it'll automatically trip the outlet to make sure it's working. If you're having a hard time selling your house, you're going to find that the buyer's agent, that whoever they bring in to do the inspection, is going to test all of those GFCI outlets and find out there's always going to be one that's not working, right? And the other thing I like about this is that gives you a digital display on there, tells you the exact voltage, which is incredible. Love it. And then this is another similar kit from Klein. This is the non-contact voltage tester. So you tap this on any line or wires that are in the electrical box, and it'll tell you if they have voltage on them. And you always want to make sure you test it on an outlet first to make sure it works. And then this is a standard outlet tester that also has a GFCI tester on it, see? So this whole kit would be $34.98 as opposed to $21.98 for this one. But, you know, I enjoy having both, really. People are always asking me about generator deals, and better late than never. Of course, we're nearing the end of hurricane season, but look at this. You got the Furman 7,500 watt dual fuel generator, $200 off. Yeah, down to $7.99 from $9.99. So this one will work off of both gasoline and on propane. And then likewise, for those of you who prefer the big brand names like Generac, you have the 8,250 starting watt, 6,700 running watts generator right here. And this one is on a limited time deal. This is actually only good until November 12th. But you never know, sometimes they bring these back, but I mean, it's just really hard to tell. This looks more like a clearance deal from your summer tools and generators, but look at this. You're saving $170 down to $729 from $899. Man, it seems like Klein is coming up with a lot more tools. If you know anybody that does like woodworking or baseboards or stuff like that, or working with removing nails, this is great for when you're working on, for example, on the floor and you're trying to scrape up old carpet tacks and things like that, and other nails that might be on the floor. This is a perfect little demo tool to have. So this is the 10-inch nail puller with the integrated dimpler, $15.98. And I'm really loving the design of this 20-ounce hammer. So if you want to buy your loved one another hammer, this is a great steel claw hammer, 20 ounces. And what I like about this, well, other than the beautiful design and that brushed metal look, it's got that magnet that's on there. See, this is a nail feeder. You know. So this has the nail starter on there, so you just put the nail right on there and just go, it's held in place magnetically, and just go boom, and it starts it for you. $22.98, $7 off. Now you've also got the Klein lasers, but you guys that have followed my channel for years, you know how I feel about red lasers. I'm not a fan of red lasers. They're not very bright, and you turn on the fluorescent lights and it makes it very difficult to see your laser line. But this is down to $54.98. I would rather see you spend the extra few bucks, and for $69.98, $10 off, get the green one, and it's a green mini cross-line self-leveling laser that goes 50 feet. Self-leveling is beautiful. So you set it down, you wait for it to settle, and the line will be perfect there for you. Now this is what everybody's waiting for, because last year the appliance deals here at Lowe's were spectacular, and it looks like they're back again. So if you missed out last year, here's your chance, because what they're doing now for the Black Friday sale here at Lowe's for appliances in 2025 is they're doing 50% off of select appliances, and then you're getting an additional 25% off. So you can buy your appliances now, or you can wait. I'm going to do a separate video that explains how to get your 50% off appliance, and then how to sort through all of the other ones to do the buy more, save more, to add up so that you'll end up with like about a 75% discount. So last year I had people telling me they were saving $4,000 on an entire kitchen suite, people. So this refrigerator right here, for example, is a Hisense, and it starts out at $16.99, but they're saving you $800, so you're down to $8.99, so that's 50% off. But then if you were to put that in your cart and then find other ones that buy more, save more, you can start really cha-chinging like crazy. So you can see here, if you buy 2 appliances, you get 15% off. If you buy 3 appliances, you get 20% off. And if you're buying an entire 4 appliance kitchen suite, you will save the most amount of money. This is good from November 5th only until December 3rd. And I would not hesitate, folks, at all, because you may very well find out that the model you just picked is sold out, and you definitely don't want that. And look at this, you also get free installation. Now this one's always been a very, very popular one. This is that GE one and done washer dryer. They have 2 different models here you can look at, but it's a washer and a dryer for those of you who've never seen these before. So you'll only have 1 appliance in your laundry room, and not only that, it's ductless, so you don't even have to connect it up to the outside anymore. That's a thing of the past. That's what makes these such a premium. But remember, it's 2 appliances in one. And you can see right now, they have the limited time deal down to $19.98. This, let me see, it says it's only good until November 12th, but I'm hoping they'll extend it. I think they extended it last year too. But I think this price is better than it was last year. Last year, I thought it was $2,100. So at least we can tell that the tariffs and the inflation has not hit these particular appliances anyway. So I will put the link down to this deal down in the video description below, as well as the view products button. But in the video description below, I'll put the link to the main appliance deals that give you that 50% off plus the extra 25% buy more, save more. So remember, these deals that I'm telling you about with the 50% off and the 25% additional on top applies to people who are buying 4 appliances. This is a great chance to get some higher end models at some unbelievably clearance prices. So for example, look at this microwave here. So for example, look at this oven right here. This thing is clearanced down to $11.99 from $47.99, my friends. Same thing here with some of these other refrigerated units here. This one here, I can't even believe that this thing would have been $2,600 originally, but a lot of these are like professional and semi-professional gear. Yeah, like here's an undercounter right here with 2 different controlled temperature zones. Look at that thing, man. Holy cow. So that's why I always tell people, make sure you come down these scratch and dent sections here if they have them in your Lowe's. And then always popular with people at Christmas time is the Dremel. This one is the Blueprint. It's a portable saw station, and so this whole station right here is $149. And then of course you can get the standard Dremel that made them famous, and currently what they're operating off of right now here in Lowe's is the Dremel 4300 kit. So that's the standard Dremel tool that everybody's grown up with knowing. And if you get that kit right there, so this kit is down to $99 from $129. And if you get somebody a kit like that, make sure you get them these things here, like the 160 piece accessory kit, because the kits don't come with a lot, so you want to give them a lot of versatility by getting them these accessory kits along with it. And then you can also get, I would also pick up this one too, highly recommend it. So this is their 11 piece cutting accessory wheels. Yeah, and these are the easy lock wheels, so you get 11 of them in there for another $19.99. So the way this works is it just that simple here. You pull down on the you pull down there on the chuck, you put the thing on there, you load the wheel on there, and then you twist, and you're good to go. So these are what I use on my Dremel. And this is interesting because Lowe's is not even waiting for Black Friday 2025 to start the deals on the skill saws. So right here you have your 7 1/4 inch corded saw for $59.98. And if you want to go with one that's maybe a little bit weaker right here, you can go for the 13 amp one. That's $39.98. And then of course you can buy more blades for $6.98. And then this one here is really the ideal price, because see this skill, the 5-inch random orbit sander right here? Look at that, down to $29.98. Most of the other sanders from like DeWalt in Milwaukee are often like $150. So this is like the steal of the century, getting them this cheap. Now whether it's as good as DeWalt or as good as Milwaukee, We don't know. Hey, but at $29.99, I mean, how can you go wrong? It's almost a throwaway price at that point. Yeah, so now here we are at the DeWalt Blade Central. So here you get your 4.5-inch wheels. Yeah, so here's your package of 15 wheels. Make sure you're buying the right size. This is 4.5-inch. You got to know what your grinder takes. Some of them take bigger, some of them take smaller. But this right here is good for metal and stainless. All right, and so these are $19.98. Is there any others? They're all the same. And they've also got them for the T27. See that right there? And then if you want for they have the 7-inch blade right here. This is for a tile or bricks. So you can put this on your wet saw, so you can cut bricks with these. And this is the HP 7-inch. So this turbo diamond blade here is $20. If you're looking for a deal on a cordless inflator, here's the one from Craftsman right here. This is a 20-volt inflator, so you have to have their Craftsman battery. And of course you can buy the batteries here. I always tell people to get your batteries when there's some type of buy one get one free tool deal going on. But here you go, this is down to $49.98 from $79. This is an inflator and a vacuum. So here's another deal that just started on the 6th, on yesterday. So look at this, here's Craftsman 61-piece Pro Mechanics set, and it's down to $39.98. So this started yesterday. This is good until the end of the year, and it's good. So you got 61 pieces. It's a fairly small set. This is not really for the professional. This is for like an average homeowner, just to have something either in their car or in their house, just something small and simple. Now I showed you, let me see, yeah, I showed you these torque wrenches on my last Lowe's video, but since then they've lowered the prices a little bit now, as you can see. So the 1/2 inch is down to $69.98 from $111, and the 3/8 inch torque wrench is down to $59.98 from $98. And then here, I like this right here. Here's your pry bar set. These are long. You got a 24-inch, you got an 18-inch, and you've got a 12-inch set of pry bars right here, down to $21.98 from $26, all from Craftsman. Another Lowe's Gift Zone Black Friday 2025 deal here is this Craftsman 154-piece Overdrive. I like that name, Overdrive. What's cool about these is you get a 2-degree arc swing instead of your typical 4 or 5 degree that you might see on others. And so this deal is down to $149 from $229. This is more of a higher end set, and it's still smaller than some people like. I mean, some people like to get the 200 or 300 piece sets, but keep in mind those higher number sets just often have a number of little bits and stuff in there. Now these here are the Craftsman 11-piece Overdrive wrench set. Okay, now what's cool about these, if I can get it to show up on the video, you see those little you see those engraved lines there on the inside of the box wrench right there? See all of those, that texture there? That's there to help you loosen even rounded nuts. So if you run into a tight nut, so here's sort of the demonstration of it right there. It helps you remove fasteners that are rounded up to 70%, so they claim. Now those of you looking for real cheap spirit levels, this is it, man. I mean, you can't basically get a deal any better than this right here. I think this is the lowest price I've seen on bullet torpedo levels. So here you got Craftsman, you got a package of 2 of them in here, and these are $10.98. So you can't beat that price anywhere on the face of this planet. And then if you're looking for just a regular good old-fashioned run-of-the-mill, nothing special, but still looks pretty special to me though, 24-inch level from Craftsman. Look, so it's got all the degrees and everything on there. Look, so you can use it as a yardstick as well, minus 12 inches, because it's only 24 inches. But look at this, $10.98. So especially those of you doing a lot of tile work and stuff like that, just grab a bunch of these, man, and have them in your various toolboxes. If you have employees, buy a bunch of these and give it to them to put in their boxes, so everybody will always have them. And then also in the Craftsman platform, another deal that we always usually see every year here is the Essential Metal Sawhorse. So these are down to $16.98 from $26.98. So you get one in the box. You would have to buy 2 if you want a pair of them. And every year at the Gift Zone, Lowe's always does this. Here are the Kobalt 22-piece drive accessory kit. So if you know anybody that deals with a lot of sockets and ratchet wrenches and mechanics work on cars, they would definitely appreciate getting this from you as a gift this Christmas. And so this deal is down to $29.98 from $47. And then they've also got next to it, this one is specifically made to be used in the impact drivers. And so I don't know whether this one can be or not. I've never used it in there. I've always used it with ratchet wrenches. But this one here, according to Kobalt, says that it can be used in the impact drivers. Here's another couple of good deals here from Klein. So here we have the fixed leg sawhorse, and it's a 2-pack. But these, I'm telling you right now, these things are beasts. These are very heavy, solid metal. These things are totally built. These things are built much more rugged than the Craftsman, but of course they're a lot more expensive too. So these are $69.98. Now this just started, let me see, this just started yesterday, and so this is good until January 7th. Now this right here, this is beautiful. This is Klein's answer to DeWalt's table, and I'm telling you, it looks almost exactly like DeWalt's folding workbench. It has that same push button here, slightly different handle here, but it looks like it opens up and does everything the same way as the DeWalt does. The only difference is here is this one's $99. It's normally $129. But however, and it is so nice to see, folks, that the tariffs and that inflation has not hit this kit. I bought this same kit, this Kobalt 6-piece mini plier set. It's got just about every type of little plier you need. Love this kit. And it comes with a nice little canvas bag. I got this a few Christmases ago here at Lowe's, probably 3 or 4 years ago. Same price, man, look at that. Down to $16.98 from $21. This would be a welcome addition to anybody's toolbox, guaranteed. And this one, I don't even know how they're making money on it at all. This is the Kobalt 3-piece locking pliers set. And so this one is down to $16.98 from $21.98. And you can also, for the same price, get this 3-piece kit here with the 8-inch, 10-inch, and the 12-inch. These are the groove pliers. This is Kobalt's answer to the channel locks. And people are always asking me all year long, when is there going to be a deal on VersaStack? Well, you've got one now, so you better get in. This is your time. Because they finally got it down, the whole tower, the 3-piece tower, down to $99 from $139 for the Craftsman VersaStack. And just since I was in here 2 weeks ago profiling all of these tools, these kits have already come down in price here. This one cracks me up. You ever seen this in a store before? I love it when I come across these. It says $19.98, was $19.98. All right, killer discount. I think they meant to say something higher, like $32.98, because here's the other kit right here. So these have all come down now. There's just such a mesmerizing array of different hand tool sets you can get. But I can guarantee you, anybody you know that's into tools or has toolboxes and stuff can always use more of these without a doubt. And if you know anybody who just moved into a new apartment or a new house, or maybe you yourself don't even have a tool set in your house, this is what you should get. This is the Kobalt 158-piece DIY starter household tool set, which has pretty much most of the basic tools that any homeowner should have. And if you don't have it, you should get it. If you have that college student that's moved off to their new apartment or something, or graduate and got a new job, get them this. So this is down to $49.98. This is such a great stocking stuffer gift idea from the Lowe's gift zone. So this right here is Kobalt's 20-foot red laser distance measure, and it's rechargeable. So this is only $39.98. So anybody that's working construction or always has to measure long distances across a house, or you want to measure from one wall way over there to a wall way over here, no problem. And look at this. I don't think I've ever seen a green laser this cheap. So this here is your 100-foot rechargeable cross-line laser level. Now it doesn't say whether it's a self-level or not. Oh, it is. Yep, right there. See, self-leveling. So this is $59.98. Now I can tell you that the laser I have from Milwaukee, it cost me $399 when I bought it 4 years ago. That's a lot more, of course. And of course, that one was a lot more professional. This is great for DIYers to have. So $59.98, down from $79.98. What a score on that green laser. Now this one caught my eye immediately, and I think this is a brilliant idea right here. Because here you have the 9-piece multicolor hex key set. So what's really cool about this is each size is its own color. So let's say you're using a yellow one and then you put the thing back and you're like, oh crap, what size was I using? You'll always remember which one you were using. Oh yeah, it was the yellow one. Oh yeah, it was the green one. Oh, so that's a very clever idea. $15.98 down to $21.98. Now this is a nice little power set from Klein Tools. So this is a magnetic color-coded power nut setters. And same thing, just like what I showed you with the Allen keys, these are color-coded. So you have your most common sizes right there of nuts that you would use to set these with. So anybody working on appliances or making adjustments to hex nuts and stuff like that, they would use something like this. And you put it right in your impact driver and you just drive it right in there. I myself don't use knee pads. I just don't like them. I have sensory issues about having these things on my knees, but a lot of people do, and a lot of pros tell you you got to use them. So here's these lightweight gel knee pads. These are great for DIYers. $24.98. Hey, check this out. You can get a 50-pack of drywall utility blades. These are $19.98, down from $29.98. These are tough built. Okay. And so these here, as you can see, for the 50-pack are down to $14.98. And make sure you understand which one you're buying, because see how that one says drywall utility blades? These are carbon steel utility blades, and these are made for house wrap, flashing tape, plastics, that sort of thing. And that's a little bit more. That's $19.98. So no reason to buy these if you're buying them to use on drywall and vice versa. And don't forget all of your outdoor decorations. The premium ones like these animatronics, these nice ones, these disappear really quickly because most stores usually get in only one or two, and then you have to go online. So I'll put the link down below for you for all of the main outdoor decorations and the Christmas trees and everything. And this guy right here has been a scene stealer all day long. All the kids are coming in and getting their picture with him. So this is one of the biggest, baddest Christmas displays they've ever had here in Lowe's. Now this one here, the animated Bumble, goes for $4.98, people. Not for the faint of heart. But I tell you what, if you put this in your front yard, you will be the best Christmas display on your street, hands down. I'll put a link to this guy down below for you also. So I think this is one of the better years for Lowe's for their Christmas displays, particularly all of these really nice, fancy outdoor decorations. Hey, and check this one out too, this animated gift shop with the elf girl. Watch this. I love that, man. It's like a conveyor belt with the gifts moving, and they look like they're disappearing into Santa's sack when you're driving by. You like that? That is really cool. Santa's Toy Factory right here. So this one is $3.98. Hey, and check these out. These are really cool. These are these Merry Christmas bells that are nicely decorated up top. This is called the Jumble Bell Decoration. See if we got a price on these. So you can decorate for the holidays. You hang these up out on your porch. And they come in white or red. Now the white one is obviously a lot easier to read the Merry Christmas on there. And guess what? They don't even have a price on these. No sign. It doesn't scan in. And I looked online on the Lowe's website. We have no idea how much these are. And look at this. They got some of these beautiful yard flags right here. I imagine if you have the sun shining through these would glow really nice. And they got this really nice one here, Peace on Earth with the dove. I like this one here. I love the theme on this one. This house believes. So these flags are all $20 a piece. This dude looks very, very realistic. Now, Lowe's is doing some buy one, get one deals on Bosch, so a lot of people are always telling me, hey, look, I need some deals on Bosch. When am I going to get them? Well, you're getting them right now. So here's the way it works right here. So if you buy Bosch's battery starter kit right there for $179, and it comes with 2 of the Core 18 batteries. So it's already $40 off anyway. So buying this kit at $179 is already $40 off. So if you buy that, you get to choose one of these free tools right here from Bosch. So it's most of the good ones, and you know which one I'm looking at right there. Everybody's always looking at the jigsaw whenever there's a buy one, get one free. Jigsaw or the recip saw or the circ saw, you get the multi-tool. I don't see, however, a router, which sometimes you see from some of the other tool companies like DeWalt. So these are all of the tools you get to choose from here when you buy this battery starter kit right there at $179. So I'll put this link down in the description below for you. And you should also be able to see it here on the View Products button. Or it might also show up around the bottom or around the right side of your screen with all of the tools that pop up there, depending on how YouTube wants to display it for you. And anytime you order tools through any of the links we provide, we get a commission. So thank you for supporting our channel in that manner. If you know anybody that has a Kobalt set of tools, you can get them this right here. It's a 4 amp hour extra battery. There's your kit number there. And as you can see here, this battery right now is on a deal from $69 down to $39. Yeah, so this started yesterday also, and this runs all the way up until January. Now, normally I always tell people, look, try to get your buy one get one free deals when you're doing batteries, or try to acquire them that way. But you know, getting a single battery for $39 if you don't need anything else, that's a good way to go right there. And also here, look at this, they've got the 2-port charger is on sale right here for the Kobalt batteries. So this 2-port charger is down to $49 from $79. Now at that low price, I doubt it's a simultaneous charger, but hey, who cares? You throw a couple of batteries on there, and a couple of hours later they're charged. And continuing on with some lower priced power tools, you've got Craftsman. They do this every year at Black Friday. So you have, this is their impact driver kit, and they also have the drill driver kit. You choose either one, and they both come with a battery and a charger, and this is down to $69. Normally they have these on the shelf here at $99. And again, this started yesterday and it runs until January 7th on these. And sometimes you want to come by and check out if they have a little clearance table set up. Sometimes Lowe's does that too. And so here they did it in the mechanics tools department, and they've got all sorts of sockets and stuff like that. Look at this, for 99 cents, and most of these things are normally in the $6 range, as you can see. Look at this, you've got sockets down in the $2 range that are normally in the $8 range too. Now, it's very common at Christmas time that I've seen Lowe's do this here, so Christmas 2025 from the gift zone is no different. So here's your DeWalt 110-piece drill bit and screw driving bit set. So this is in the tough grip boxes, which I like, because these will all latch onto each other, and you get the clear cover so you can easily see what's in your kit. And you can easily see what a great limited time deal this is. Down to $29.98 from $49. So you can see why these are already disappearing, and it's only the first week of November. Hey, and you know what, folks? Flex has been really quiet this year. So I'm coming by here, and same as 2 weeks ago when I first checked, all the other tools have either buy one, get ones or some kind of promotion going on, and I don't see anything in here right now. So unless we find something online, or unless they come up with something a little bit later on, there's like nothing here, man. So I hate to disappoint everybody, but it looks like Flex Tools is sitting this Christmas 2025 season out. And then in terms of compressor deals, this is everybody's workhorse right here, is the Craftsman. This is the pancake, 6-gallon pancake compressor right here, and it's $99 down from $169. This is the same price that it's been ever since I can remember coming to Lowe. So at least 10 years or so it's been this price. So they haven't raised the price on this at Christmas time. So it's been the exact same low price, down to $99. And you always want to make sure that what you're getting with compressors, and especially with jacks for your cars especially, is that it says made in USA. Oh yeah, and you know what else? These are great deals here to get for your compressor. So especially if you have like an air compressor, look at this. You can get one of these kits that has all of these different air tool accessory kits. These is great. These right here are great for rapidly filling up your car tires. See right there. And if you have different adapters and fittings to different things, like for balls right there, step up valves. What else? Yeah. So that 18-piece kit is $24.48, but this is where you can really excel. I remember buying one of these one year here at Christmas. So here you got the Kobalt. This is the dual foot inflator with gauge. So as you're inflating it, the little gauge thing pops out of there and tells you how many PSI you've got. That $17.98. Or if you're a little bit older school and you like the analog type, you can do that one as well. So the big one here was $17.98. The little one is $12.98. That was almost 50% off there. And then here you also get the Kobalt AAA digital tire gauge. If you don't have something like this in your glove box, you're crazy. Everybody should have one. I have one in my glove box, and I have one in the garage, just so I know I'll always have one. So these are down to $12.98 from $15.98. And keep in mind, these come with 2 batteries too. This one here is a nice kit from Klein. And what I like about this is you have the extra capacity adjustable wrench kit. There's 3 of these, and these are $29.98. What I like about these is, see, that biggest one goes above an inch. Most wrenches that you might find, your box wrenches, won't even go to an inch. Many of you probably don't even have one in your collection, but these do. The big one does. And then you got a baby guy here too, which I like that guy, and you know, nice rubber grips on them. Now, if that's a little bit over your budget, you can try the Kobalt version of this, which is $16.98, and it essentially does about the same thing. But remember, it doesn't have that rubber coating grip on there as well. I have purchased screwdriver kits like these here before in the past. This is a decent deal, $29.98, and that's what it looks like right there. What I like about this particular kit is you can see it's got the indications there on the top of the drivers as to what they do, which is great because I bought a kit one time that didn't have any, and you spend more time pulling them all out one by one and not finding the bit that you're looking for.